Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fabs in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with these three giant mouse here with me for a quick comparison review. But hey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about these three fellas. Over here I've got the Grand right over there, the Biblio and the Nimbus, and these are three giant mouse knives, all in micarta scales. This guy has a burgundy set of scales. This is just like more like natural micarta, and this guy has a green set of scales, and you can see the sizes here. So this is the Biblio, this is the Grand, and this is the Nimbus. They are all liner locks, as you can see from this side over here, all made in Italy in Maniago, and designed by Vox. As you can probably see, maybe on the inside, you have Vox and Anso logo. Yeah, it's inside. Ace. Look at this giant mouse over here. So basically, these are liner locks. You can see many similarities because, I mean, the blade shape is different, but the architecture of these handles, it's pretty much similar. So you got titanium liners, you got micarta scales in different colors. You have the same wire pocket clip. Over here, they both are sporting some thumb hole on the blade. The steel is different. For these two guys, you have Elmax steel, and for the Biblio, you got M390 steel. They all have, as you can see from this side over here, a you can swap the pocket clip onto the show side, so that's reversible. The pocket clip is deep carry, but you know, this much is going to be sticking out from your pocket from the Grand. The from the Nimbus. The Grand is basically like it's going to be buried down all the way, and the Ace Biblio, it's going to be the one showing you the most from the pocket. They are all sporting some lanyard hole option right over here. In this case, is drilled through the scales, and it's a hole, whereas here you have like an indentation, a cut out around the scales, and just it's going to be on the back spacer. And in this case you have like more like a elongated hole going all the way through. From this point of view, you can also appreciate the fact that these two guys, the Nimbus and the Biblio, they are sporting 3 standoffs and 2 standoffs, and the only one with the back spacer is going to be the Grand. That's something to notice. They are all showing some jimping in different positions. This is the more advanced position for the jimping on the blade, and this is the only one with a little bit of jimping on the back spacer because it's the only one with the back spacer. Then I don't know if you can appreciate, but there's no internal skeletonization on the Biblio. For the liners, I mean, nothing going on for the Grand, but the Nimbus, look at that. You see these holes, like to reduce the weight, and that's a pretty cool thing. So of the three, I think like my favorite design is the Nimbus, but in this case there is a little bit of quality issues because look at that, the blade is a little bit off center. I mean, still you can, yeah, I see it's a little bit stiff. I can't really do. You see, it's, yeah, I can't. It's a little bit on the stiff side. So that's a little bit of an issue. This guy, yeah, it's flying out like crazy. And the Ace, of course, you even have like a flipper tab. So this guy, you can do a thumb flick or flipper tab. But in this case, you have washer. So the action is not there, I think, I don't know why, but I'm supposing it's because of the washers, because these two guys on bearings are pretty much doing very well. So also another thing that you can notice, like a nice similarity, is that they all have a very similar blade finish with flat grind, really tall blades, and you can also see that the liners for the Biblio and the Nimbus are not nested like they are in the Grand. So a little bit more machining went on into the big boy to make it. So they are all showing like the screws on the handle, like 2 in the case of the Biblio and the Nimbus, and just 3 for the Grand. You can also see that the Biblio has 3 standoffs. So 1 screw is just hidden, and this guy just having 2 standoffs, no hidden screws. Let's quickly check the weight for these fellas. I want to show you how they are doing. So let's see. So let's start from with the Grand. So that's going to be 4.71 ounces. And that's the Nimbus is going to be 3.87 ounces. And 3.79 for the Biblio. So they're not like super heavy. Something that I noticed is that the area to disengage the lock bar for the Biblio, it's all right. You see, you can actually see the lock bar. For the Nimbus is actually the best designed one because you have like a very big cutout for your thumb just to be just to catch that. But here, look at that. You have some jimping here, but not much real estate to grasp in order to disengage the lock bar. In fact, you can just not see any part of the lock bar from this point of view. They are both sharing the hardware. Also, I wanted to check real quick the stock thickness. So you got 0.116 for the Biblio, 0.137 for the Nimbus, and 0.156 for the Grand. So you have incremental stock thickness because, you know, with the increasing of the size. So that's something just, you know, to keep in mind when purchasing these guys because, I mean, they're well made. There are some design issues, I would say, in this one, which is the one that I prefer the most of the 3. But it's like it's a classic design. It's the Giantmouse design. It's very recognizable, especially this shaped thumb hole. This is a pretty cool trifecta for these Italian-made knives from Giantmouse, and I like them. They're not perfect. There's still some design flaws to work on, but I see a pretty good potential. Especially the marketing they're doing is pretty good, and I'm sure they're gonna crank out some pretty cool designs in the future as well. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.